I want to make sure that I respect Whitey. Give him all my respect.
Better respect Whitey.
Better respect Whitey. You know, there was a time when people say, you know, fuck Whitey. Not this one.
Not this particular one.
Whitey. Right. Not this one Whitey right here.
In fact, you don't even say that to this Whitey.
Yeah, his name is Whitey. You don't even call him that. He hates that name, even though that's his name. And we're talking about Black Mass. This is a true story. This is a real guy. Whitey Bulgar, he was an FBI informant. He worked with the FBI because he did it to take down this rival Italian mafia that was going up against his turf after these guys were out the way. This guy is so fucking evil that he continued to influence the FBI in the most corrupt way possible. This guy pretty much went in and for this period almost ruined the FBI.
All they did was get rid of his rival so he could take over.
Yeah, he just made him stronger. He pretty much made the FBI his bitch, man.
I was about to say.
Like the FBI was another mob.
Oh, man. Motherfucker's kind of a genius in some ways.
Oh man,
absolutely.
It really is one of the weirdest stories that you will hear about a mobster. Now, people are going to criticize this movie. And they're going to criticize it on the principle that it's a gangster flick. You know, we've seen gangster flicks so many times all these years. There was a time it was cool. It was fun. But now we know it. What's going to happen, we're going to see the rise of the gangster. Going to come to power. Bada bing, bada boom. Going to whack a few people. And then he's going to fall. He's going to go to jail. Now, you know, like my Italian, bada bing, bada boom.
Needs a little work.
It needs a little work.
Go back to your African.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bada bing, bada boom.
There you go.
Hey, that's Italian. Hey. But
Mon.
Hey, come back to Italy, man. But what I think separates this from your average mob story is that this is not so much about Whitey Bulgar. And they're going to put it that way because Johnny Depp is the big name in here, and he's getting a lot of press about this. But it's really about this guy, Connolly. What was this guy's name?
Isn't it John Connolly?
Agent John Connolly.
Yeah.
Agent John Connolly grew up on the streets with Whitey Bulgar, Jimmy as they call him, and loyalty goes deep.
Yeah.
I like the way this works out because who was this that plays him, the guy from The Gift?
Joel Edgerton.
Joel Edgerton. It's almost a metaphor where you cannot work with the devil.
No. You lie down with dogs. You wake up with fleas.
Yeah,
You work with someone with eyes like that.
No, I mean the guy looks fucking evil, man.
evil as
Honestly,
shit.
he looks like a vampire.
He looks like Nosferatu.
He looks more like a vampire. Johnny Depp looks more like a vampire in this movie than he did as Barnabas Collins.
Oh, this guy's insane. Why would you work with anybody like the guy's not even alive?
He doesn't look it.
He's a ghoul.
He's a ghoul.
Soulless.
And so it's a story about where hey, look, your best intentions be damned. You work with the devil, you will be corrupt. And as in this scene right here, we see Joel Edgerton as Agent John Connolly come in and on the best terms possible, saying the only way to get the Italian mafia is to work with a criminal.
And what makes you so sure that he's gonna be a reliable source? Jimmy, his brother Billy, and me. And that is a bond that doesn't get broken. I mean, if he gives me his word, he will keep it.
So we're relying on the word of criminal.
Come on, guys, if we're serious about bringing down the Italians, Jimmy is the only way. Just trust me.
Those are last words you don't want to hear from somebody. Hey, trust me.
I know. I couldn't get how they didn't go, get the fuck out of here.
I mean, this was the dumbest fucking plan ever. You're going to work to get the mafia while working with another mafia who clearly wants to grow to get these people out the picture.
Jimmy, he's small time. He's no big deal.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, man.
I love the performances in this movie, although I will say that the accents,
They come and go.
Man,
like Kevin Bacon came out strong, but then later on there's some scenes where like his Boston accent it headed for the hills.
man.
Joel Edgerton, he never lost his, but he's just on the edge of being cartoonish.
Yeah.
It's a good performance, but I just want to laugh sometimes. I'm like, man, you really pouring it on pretty thick.
He seems greasy.
Yeah. Yeah, the way he talks through the whole thing, you know. It's like it is a cartoon. Hey, get in the car and we're gonna go whack these guys, you know. Hey, you know, and I like the way Adam Scott's in the room because Adam Scott's like I don't know what the fuck anybody's talking about. He looking at me like, what fucking accent are y'all doing?
So I'm not going to try to do that.
I will say that they do a great job of setting up Whitey Bulger, man. At first you're thinking, okay, this is a good idea because loyalty, yeah, that goes a long way. I mean, that's a whole part of mob stories, you know? Right. You're loyal, you're fine. Once you betray, you're buried in the ground. Yeah. With Whitey, they do such a great job at just punking the fucking audience, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he comes on, he's cool. He's so smooth, so charismatic. Well, at least you didn't like him.
No,
I mean, not even from the very beginning.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. Johnny Depp, fantastic performance. You know, easily the best he's done in years, if not a decade.
Yeah,
but I never liked this character.
Oh really? You didn't?
No. Right
when they got you being Whitey Bulger's bitch, they start to show you how despicable this guy is. This guy, he really is a monster.
You gotta tell me that. Come on, you could do it. What's the family secret recipe?
It's ground garlic, and a little bit of soy.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Joel Edgerton, like, really?
It's a family secret.
Goop. When you had Johnny Depp do that part, he said, I thought you said it was a family secret. Did you know the whole audience were like, ooh. That's how well Johnny Depp plays this, and because the audience is fearful of this guy. It gets to a point where he's Joe Pesci from Goodfellas, because you don't know when this guy's just gonna fly off.
It's your recipe.
No. You said to me, this is a family secret, and you gave it up to me. Boom. Don't look to John, because he's not gonna help you.
He's like, nope. He's even like, man, why'd you fucking say that? Jesus Christ, we were having a good time. And if you hadn't seen the trailers, everybody thought that this guy was so fucking dead.
I know.
Like the audience, they were tense, man. I mean, I tell you, the power of that performance, the audience was just fucking cold. And Whitey Bulger was a crazy looking guy, and he got the makeup well. I mean, look at him.
Yeah, he looks evil there.
Don't he look fucking evil right there too?
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I don't know how much you saw on the closing credits, but they would show like kind of black and white photos of what the real people look like, and they nailed most of them.
They did. My only complaint about Johnny Depp, I mean, he ain't doing that crazy shit with his performance, but he must have a makeup guy that just takes everything to fucking 11 with him, because he don't even, like we say, he don't look human.
No, he doesn't.
He looks like that fucking lead vampire out of Underworld.
Right, he does.
Y'all see, tell me what the difference is. It's almost like they're looking at each other like, damn, is this a mirror or what?
Nah, man,
Brother, I
Nosferatu.
found you.
yeah. Hello, brother. Hello, brother. For the purpose of manipulating the audience, they really did make him look like a creature.
Yeah,
and so they, so they could just scare people with this performance. I mean,
shit worked.
It did. Shit, the audience, the reason why they're quiet, they were just hypnotized and shit.
Because on one level, you might go like, well, shit, he's a man like me, puts his pants on one leg at a time. But you look at that.
And he's like, do I? Am I like you? If anybody's seen The Departed,
right?
Oh yeah.
Jack Nicholson in that movie is loosely based on Whitey Bulger.
Yeah,
inspired by. Yeah. He was a Boston Irish mobster, and so was Whitey Bulger. And this is who
was informant for the FBI.
And that was exactly. I really want to give Johnny Depp a lot of praise for this, and he deserves it. But as I mentioned before, Joel Edgerton is really the big arc in the movie, if you ask me. I mean, I don't know if you saw that or not.
Well, I did, but not till later in the movie.
Because, not to give away too much, I mean, if you know the story, you know that he kind of brought some members of the FBI down with him. And that's because the guy was just so manipulative. And plus, like I said, that neighborhood, it was just, loyalty was the key, no matter what side of the law you were on. And of course, it's only a matter of time before Joel Edgerton starts to kind of fall in the same league as some of these really shitty people.
I'm walking differently.
Yeah, I think you are. Your head and your shoulders, the way you carry yourself, you're changing, John.
I might be getting older, but I'm not changing.
It's Jimmy Bulger that's changing you.
Here we go.
Ever since you locked arms with that guy, you've changed. I can see it like the nose on my face. He's bad news, John.
It's not bad news. He is an informant. It's my job. You know this. I told you this. I've known him since Forever.
And you certainly hold your boyhood heroes in high regard.
Jimmy this, Jimmy that.
He was very good to me when I was little, Marion. That's all you need to know.
How was he good to you, John? Did he take you trick-or-treating?
Boy, woman, I give it to a woman. They know just exactly what to say to piss you off in an argument.
Oh, is that your weak spot right there? Right there? Is that it?
Daddy, just poking you. Insult a man's manhood. I mean, compare him to a little boy. Oh, you take your chicken treating, huh? You know that makes a motherfucking man. Bitch, fuck you. That's
So I'm
Julian.
gonna tell Whitey on you.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell Whitey. Tell Whitey, tell Black. I don't give a fuck. You fucking immature motherfucker. That's Julianne Nicholson as Agent Connolly's wife. She's good. Joe Edgerton's good. It's Johnny Depp's movie because he's the biggest name. He's given the most impressive performance. He has something to prove.
Sure.
Everybody's like, oh shit, is this the return?
Right.
So they're looking forward to Johnny Depp more than Jesus right now. Oh shit, has he risen again? But everybody in this movie is great. And I mean, there's so many people in here. There's just not enough people to have a big role. So many small parts.
Yeah, like Peter Sarsgaard.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like I've never really seen him act like that before. And I was like, man, this guy is amazing. I wish he was in the movie more.
Benedict Cumberbatch?
You know what? Benedict Cumberbatch is cool in the movie, and I like him because you get to see. I know it's showing a lot of clips, but you got to see him in this film because Benedict Cumberbatch. You're thinking, oh, you gonna be Boston?
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
That's what I wanted to see.
Yeah. You, Sherlock Holmes, Smog the Dragon.
Yeah.
and he's Johnny Depp's, or at least Whitey's brother.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's a weird story. He plays Johnny Depp's brother. You're like, oh, what? Like he's a henchman or something? No, he's a fucking senator.
Of course he is.
Good to see you doing so well. Really it is. Give my regards to the boys at the plaza.
Listen, you don't want to give that to Jimmy, fine, but just tell him I said hello and I'm back. Oh, if Jimmy wants to get in touch, he'll find you, trust me.
This
Got a senator brother too?
Oh, yeah.
He has the FBI in his pocket.
and it has the FBI in his
No wonder
pocket.
this motherfucker was on the fucking top 10 most wanted.
yeah.
And he was nothing but a fucking hood, man.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, it got to a point where he made a lot of money, but really,
That's why I'm surprised to see his brother being a senator.
yeah,
I didn't know that.
It's and Benedict Cumberbatch. I mean, you lose him. I mean, you lose him in his character. You look at him and say, oh shit, this British dude coming with this Boston accent, but he actually does a better Boston accent than a lot of people in the movie. I don't want to sound like a theater guy. There are small roles in here, but no small parts, man.
No small actors.
Like no small actors. There you go. No small actors. Like, Martin, thank you. Thank you. But Corey Stoll. I love Corey Stoll.
Barely, but
God
yeah. No, that's the point. Like the movie's almost over, and new people keep coming.
No shit. Like we're deep in the third act. God damn.
He comes out of nowhere, but
Wow.
but it's such a big story. And he comes out of nowhere, and I really want to just show you here what part he plays because he's the guy that comes in and saying, all this shit that was going on is done. They come like really when he gets into the office.
How come no one has done Whitey Bulgar?
From what I hear, his criminal days are all but over. His partner and him, they gone legit.
Christ, Carly. Is Whitey never using phones and careful, or is Whitey retired?
I don't. I'm not in my office. These are things that I hear. I don't know if all of them are
Do
true.
your job and find out.
He got in trouble. He
was chewed out.
That motherfucker came in there real confident. Hey, by the time he got his ass, you're like, I don't know.
He quickly.
I don't know.
His hand, he was there. And
It's a fascinating story. It'll make you want to go out and actually want to know more about Whitey Bulgar because
And there is a really good documentary on Whitey
Yes.
Bulgar already out there.
did you know how he actually got caught?
Yeah.
Because did you know this?
No,
Because
I sort of kind of, but I forgot.
he went on the lam for a long time and got caught because his wife got a boob job and loved stray cats. That's look it up for yourself. But it's a predictable gangster flick. I mean, we have seen this all before, but it has such an enjoyable energy to it. It's a movie that moves so nice. While it's a story that is grim and you begin to hate some of these people as it goes along, that's a true story. I'm not going to really use the word fun, but damn, it's enjoyable. I mean, just to watch these actors do their thing.
fun.
I mean, yeah, I hate to say it,
Well, if you like gangster flicks, and it hasn't been one of those classic gangster flicks in a long time, and almost like when you watch it, you go like, oh yeah, I remember that. I remember. I like that kind of thing, even though it makes you feel uncomfortable most of the time you watch it. To me, it's a collection of great performances in a good but not great movie. Like it's one of those movies where I'm like, you know what? Not that he would do it because he's done it to death, but if Scorsese had directed this, it'd have been like, oh yeah, Oscar, no doubt about it.
Okay, can I ask you something? What is it about Scorsese that you think would have made this so much better?
You go on a full journey where you know everybody. Like it's not just the performances that are great, but just the plot and the way it's moving. It does so much more. I just rewatched Goodfellas just like a couple weeks ago, and you just go like, man, there's so much going on here that just takes this a level above just a straight movie. As a movie itself, it's in that level of movies that are not bad. Like say like American Gangster or what's another Denzel movie?
Training Day.
Oh no, not Training Day. A Manchurian Candidate.
Okay.
Like those are movies you watch, and if somebody say, "Was it good?" You'd be like, "Yeah." But you know, it's like I don't have anything bad to say about it, and yet there's nothing there that stands out that makes me want to see it again. And this, as a movie, I think has that. But it's the performances themselves that are fantastic.
It's the performances that I could watch again. I could watch Johnny Depp be this character
absolutely.
all day, man.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it's also the FBI corruption story. I like that angle in here a lot. It's not classic, but it's an enjoyable enough movie for me to recommend this for full price, like Whitey Bulgar did in real life. He will manipulate your ass, and you will be along for that ride. You damn right. Look at those eyes, man. They just paralyze you.
Like I said, from scene one, I did not care for him at all. But he is a fascinating character just to watch. He commands every scene, not through so much charisma, but just through fear.
Yeah.
It's just like every scene was just that feeling like, what's he gonna do next? Even somebody was saying like, "Man, fuck you." Like the minute they say that, you go, like, "Why did you do that?
Are you stupid?"
and you feel even more nervous when he goes like, "Nah, man, it's all right." It's like, okay, that tells me right there, it's all right. I give it a low full price.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right, yeah,
I was expecting like a matinee or something.
No. I mean, honestly, there was a time in the middle where it got toward matinee because it's a bit long, but the way it wraps up pretty good.
Yeah, it does. It really does. Yeah, spoiler. You going in to find out what black mass means? You ain't gonna find out, man. You gonna walk out. Yeah, you gonna
cool.
You gonna walk out just as stupid as you went in because they didn't say at all what black mass means. I've been looking on the internet all fucking day.
They didn't say. They didn't leave a clue. I don't even think there's any black people in this movie.
No, hell
It's
no.
Boston, so
It's black massless, as a matter of fact. Shit, that's Johnny Depp. Hey, what does shit mean? Like, shit, I don't know.
Oh wait, there are two. I just remembered.
Oh, hey, look at that. We got white mass coming in right there. Oh, fuck you too, but don't be like that. How you doing? All right.